Little pig, let me in.
These are people who have bought into some sort of world where there's an apocalypse, and they see themselves as the guy standing in front of the food reserves with in camos and a gun saying, "Let me tell you who's the real boss now."
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is the kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
People whose lives are so full of regret and disdain for their own failures that they create these wild and bizarre fantasies. Kind of like when the people go out there and claim that they have to stop a drag queen, story hour because of all these imaginary things. They try to create themselves as the hero of their own story. And they are so desperate. I mean, these are idiots who think, yeah, of course I get Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, I get all these things, and I get the benefit of these roads. They don't realize, okay, they shut down the world. I mean, this was Ted Cruz a few years ago on the federal level when they had the government shutdown, and then basically pretty much every one of his bankrollers called him up and said, if you don't stop this little thing, we will never give you another cent again. And then all of a sudden it comes out, well, we made our point. No, their point is they don't care about the system because they're idiots. They think that they can crash the system and somehow the system will still deliver everything they expect to get delivered while only taking away things from the liberals and the minorities and the people that they hate. That's what it is. And they've got this fantasy is like, I tell you what, you didn't want to go out on a date with me before, but now I'm in charge of the food supply after the zombie apocalypse came in. Now all of a sudden I'm a pretty attractive guy, aren't I?
We're practically starving here.
Starving. You.
This is the weirdo fantasy thing they have. They don't understand the basics of government, that they can't just crash the plane and then act like there's going to be survivors. And that's probably the most accurate way you can describe it. These people feel as if the federal government's a plane that they can crash, and yet somehow there's going to be survivors, but it's only going to be them as survivors. That somehow the destruction of the plane getting crashed into the ground saves all the Republicans while all the Democrats get killed, and then they get to keep all their money, and they get their car, and they get their house, and they get all the benefits, and maybe a few of the Democrats are kept alive so they can come work in my farm and they can get minimum wage, and I can go out there and spit in their face because I'm the winner now. That's who these people are. That is who these people are.
Hot diggity dog. This place is magnificent.
They do not understand the basic tenets of politics. They are the howler monkey exhibit, and the state Republican Party keeps thinking to themselves, oh, we can get them to put on a tux. You can't.
Trump! 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 Trump!
They're howler monkeys. The only things that matter to them are reaffirming that they're the hero of their demented, twisted story, and that the appealing to the social media accounts, which are the only thing that matter to them. Good luck with that. And like I said, they can't control these people. Right now, like I said, right now, the state Republican Party is probably having conversations with the editors at the TV stations, at the newspapers, at the radio stations that are not, they can control and say, hey, there are going to be some guys out in outstate Minnesota that are going to be saying some crazy stuff. We don't want you to focus on that, though. Focus only on what we're saying here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, because that's the only way you can fairly cover it. But the reality is their party is basically getting ripped apart, and the clown car is becoming the larger part of the party at this point. Good luck with that.
This is awesome. What a turnout. And look, here comes Fox News.